was funny. I was so intently posting a picture on Instagram that I forgot what time it was. That's a trip. Wow, the lighting sucks. How red looks back there. Oh well. How's everybody doing tonight?
How's everybody?
Sorry, I'm 2 minutes late. I apologize. I was posting a picture on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't see it?
How you doing, David? Hey, Ed.
That one right there. Speaker sushi.
Oh, that's pretty cool. There you go, man.
So, what's up from Dallas? How's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Checking in from Clovis. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Ed? Tony Robertson from the UK. Hey, Tony, did you catch the news this week from us? It just happened to start. Their spinning planet started in the UK. Just for you, buddy. Hello from Fort Worth. Sure are late. I'm sorry, my bad. North Carolina.
CC.
From how do you pronounce that? Monterey. CC. Yeah, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
CC.
Yeah, that's always like CC. That's it. CC.
What's up, Matthew? PA. Okay, Germany. Hello.
Yeah.
What's up?
Mark.
So, a couple things. It's Monday.
Is
Hope
Mark.
everyone's Monday was good. Checking in from Tampa. Awesome.
Awesome.
Right across the bridge. Yeah. Monday sucked. I got
Sometimes.
Mondays typically suck. Today, Wesley Chapel checking in. Bill, what's up,
Nice.
Bill?
There you
Check
go.
the news, Bill. We came up with some stuff to talk about for you.
What's up, Wayne?
Carl, Steve,
Luis.
Clearwater. Hey, local guy. Eric from Orleans.
Yeah. Eric. New Orleans. How are you doing?
Couple things to keep in mind. So today's PSA, public service. I'm not gonna say announcement, but just public service from Sweden. What's up?
Yep.
Okay, so when you go out to eat, and I
going.
go out to eat frequently.
Yeah.
I don't walk into the kitchen and be like, "What's up, bros? Y'all ready to make my steak tonight?" Which I don't eat meat, or steak.
not?
So, y'all ready to make my chicken?
Okay, CC is from the island of the Caribbean. Nice.
Oh, that is cool. Thank you. Thank you for helping us out with that one. Phoenix. Sometimes I'll have to get out my map and actually figure out where some of these places are.
Cars, like clean your cars. Please, clean your cars, people.
You saw the video today. Dude, the video today, we did a backup camera and a Toyota.
Yeah.
And that was the
Hello,
one that
Cesar.
had the big trash bag, like a body bag in the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was today's video. So anyways, you don't walk into the kitchen and check that out. You know, there's a lot of things you don't do, okay? Just out of pure, you don't belong there. And just out of niceness and just etiquette.
Yeah.
As an installer, there's a pet peeve of mine that I've always had, okay? Don't walk into my install bay from the back door, okay? The store has an entrance, clearly marked. That's where you come in. Don't drive around back and hop out and be like, "What's up, bros? You guys are working on my car?" You don't do that, okay? That is a no-no across every installer's board. We will talk to you and we'll be cordial, but do not walk into an install bay uninvited, whether you have an appointment or not.
Yeah.
Because that's like walking into me when I'm reading the newspaper taking a deuce, okay? You just don't do it. It's my time. It's my private time. And our install bay is our sanctuary, and it's our little piece of the ground that we invite you in.
Yeah.
But coming in from the back door friends are not best.
I will roll the vehicle out.
Oh, dude. God. And God forbid you try to pull into an install bay or park in front of the door. That's grounds, I swear to God, any installer will want to shoot you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
so,
nuts.
Do yourself a favor. Come in through the front door. Always come in. Now, if you come in through the front door, you tap on the glass, you bang on the door, no problem, man. We'll go talk to you. Yeah. We're cool with that.
Yeah.
Because that's the door you come in. That's what we expect you to come in. But anytime you come in through, and it's auto parts, it doesn't matter. Safety zone for you guys. That's right. It's our little piece of heaven. So, okay. Yeah. So, with that being said, that's the PSA for the day. So, for anyone getting worked on, it doesn't matter whether you're at a car shop, restaurant, install bay, don't go back there. It's
kitchen.
It's kitchen. It's not.
Open the door and be like, hey.
Flying tools in the install bay or nails. I got a nail gun. I don't use it anymore, but that's greased up, and ready to go. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times too, it's like guy came. We had 2 guys do it today.
Yes.
And we're in a car, and we're trying to pair a Bluetooth that's not working, and we're frustrated, and we're trying to figure this out. And he just walks up beside, hey, what's up, guys? You guys are working on my car, and I'm like, I ain't working on your car right now. I'm working on this car, okay? Buddy.
Yeah.
So it's fine though. I mean, we get it, but it just sometimes it catches us off guard, and we don't want you to have a bad experience. And sometimes that puts us in a mood.
A bad mood.
That puts you in. It's like, whoa, hey, man, it's not where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right.
That's that.
Second thing.
Waze.
Wait, what?
Waze. The app. This wonderful GPS app of social sharing called Waze.
Yeah.
Waze is owned by Google, as you all know. And Waze was working amazingly on the new NEX radios, some of the older AVH radios with app radio. October, they did an update to the app, broke Waze.
Yep.
Waze doesn't work anymore if you have an iPhone because Android Auto now has Waze built into it, and they are basically cleaning up anything iPhone related, probably for a reason. The reason is probably to say, hey, look, we have this. Google's probably saying, hey, look, there's a bunch of people that want this. Open your API up so that it's, we can have more maps on an iPhone. There could be a million of reasons why they've done it, but they've done it. And they broke it. So the new NEX that was able to do Waze over CarPlay, it's broke. It was broke, and it's probably not going to be fixed. So,
yep, that's what happened.
It's not you, it's them.
Exactly.
It's not Pioneer, it's not Apple.
It's not Apple.
It's just an agreement issue, and they just don't want it to work. Because there's no way for them, we know it works, we know it could work, but they decided to break it. So, shame on them. But it's not you. The reason why it's not working on your radio, it's not working on anybody's radio. I was actually talking with Pioneer today, and they were asking me, hey, did you get Waze to work? Have you figured out a workaround? And I'm like, how would I have figured out a workaround? It's your product.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bummer, but it's what it is.
Yes.
So that was Waze.
Did you want to talk about the app, iSimple? That right now it's...
Oh, well, no, there's not enough people that use that app to worry about it. Hey, Jimmy Dorn, what's up, buddy? That's funny you should mention the app.
There you go. I was just like, talking about the apps.
No, so we had an interesting thing today with the Bluetooth thing that we were talking about. We're doing an iSimple add-on Bluetooth module, FM modulated Bluetooth module, and they used to have an app for it to control the Bluetooth, so you could go on and swipe around to pick what frequency you wanted your radio to be on your phone. And it wasn't working, and we're like, why isn't it working? So we call them, and they're like, oh yeah, we should post on our website that app doesn't work with that phone anymore, and be like, oh, okay.
So just in case, if you have something like that.
So what would you do? Would you do a Kenwood 9904 or an 8200 NEX? Which one would you do? I know this is a loaded question. You guys, trust me, when reasons why we don't answer this a lot of the time is because we really want you to go play with both of them.
Yes.
And decide for yourself. Because, what makes sense for me, I have an iPhone. Okay, this thing makes sense to me. I just spent the last hour sitting on the counter behind you uploading updates to a Windows machine so that I could update all the Pioneer radios because there's new software updates. And I was having an issue because my SanDisk Cruiser that I use on every update would not update these radios. I had to actually find a different SanDisk, and then it worked fine. So I'm like, what the hell? So, I'm an Apple guy. I have an Apple computer. I hate Windows. I hate having to use Windows, and when things don't work, it frustrates the crap out of me. So when it comes to radios, when you say Pioneer or Kenwood, we want you to touch and feel them because it's just like that. It's like an Apple or an Android or an Apple and a Windows machine. Now, with that in mind, which one do you like?
Okay, I like Pioneer.
You like the Pioneer?
I like Pioneer, yes.
Okay.
I like the 8200.
All right, so there you go. Fernando likes the Pioneer.
Yeah.
And then Jason's losing his mind because he's like, Pioneer! But see, now there again, that's the same thing. Like, you know, Jason sells a lot of Kenwood products.
Yes,
and when I worked at my previous employer, we sold a ton of Kenwood products. A ton of Kenwood products. If you tried to give me a Pioneer, and I looked at you like, you're cross-eyed and stupid. It never happened.
Right.
But as it's Tuesday morning in Australia, yeah, and New Zealand. Say hi to James. And
hey, James.
no, it's not. I'm just saying Australia is,
Oh,
you know, then New
I was
Zealand's
excited.
like kind of hanging off of the armpit of Australia. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it really comes down to what you know.
Yeah.
James, like, not sorry.
Okay.
Jason is really good with Kenwood. You know, he probably knows it inside and out.
Yeah.
Therefore, Pioneer just doesn't do it for him. Where you are really proficient with Pioneer and you like it and it makes sense to you and you're comfortable with
Yep.
it, so you're gonna pick that over the Kenwood. So, me, I have to know them all and hate them all equally.
Yeah.
So,
Hello to Hank from North Carolina. How
What's
you
up?
doing, man? All right. So
All
let's
right.
see. Let me see.
What do you see? What do you got?
Let me see what I have. What are your thoughts on the full cowl flag speakers?
You know, it's funny. We actually have a big job we're doing this Saturday with some FLAC speakers, so I'm really looking forward to finally getting around to actually do something with them. We have a bunch of them coming in this week. We ordered a ton of them. So, yeah, I'm excited to finally get to play with them. I'm a K2 guy. I really love the K2s. I've always worked with the K2s.
Yeah.
The FLAC replaced a series called Polyglass, which I was, there again, never a fan of. It just, when we'd A-B them, we go K2, Polyglass, Access, and the Access and the K2 always outperformed the Polyglass for me in my ears. So,
Okay.
Oh, there's James. What's up, buddy?
Yep.
We were just talking about you. All good things, of course. So
Made it. Cool.
awesome. It's Tuesday there, so you guys are living in the future, and we're living in the past.
In Germany, it's Tuesday too. Somebody
Yeah,
said,
dude, we're way in the past. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. I won't be going to sleep anytime soon. So, how do you? Is it from the K2 in terms of sound? The K there again. I've only listened to K2s, and I really like the way they sound. I'm in love with the K2s. Now, James there from Cardio, etc. He just put a brand new set of FLACs 3-way set in his car. So you should go over to Cardio, etc. and check out his installation on those.
Yep.
That's on YouTube, and he just put the 3-way set in his little car. It's a Subaru, and he says it with his accent, which is cool.
Subaru.
And he put them in the boot. No,
Yeah.
he didn't put them in the hamster in the boot. I don't know. Sorry, don't mean to pick on you. Just words are different.
All right.
It's not really picking on. I think it's kind of cool. I love watching this show because they don't call them door panels.
No.
No, they're not
What
called
are they
door
called?
panels. I don't remember, but it was like he was taking the door panel off, and it's not called a door panel. I was
What
like,
do you call it?
James, what do you guys call door panels? The skin on the door. We call them door panels. You guys have another name for them. I don't remember what it was. So anyways, this weekend we have, Saturday we have a car coming in. We're doing a 3-way FLAC system in it. So I'm really excited. Door cards, thank you.
Door cards. Okay.
Door cards. Hey, look, door cards.
Door cards. It's door cards, man.
Door cards. What am I thinking? Dude, okay, so I had to call Bentley one time because we were trying to find the brain box for the Alpine Flip.
Even David knows door cards. Oh my god.
Sorry, man. There's a lot going on. So I had to call Bentley because I needed to know where the brain box was for this Alpine monitor that they put in the dash, so that we could add in like a backup camera or some silly stuff. And I'm like, where is it at? And I'm like, is it under the rear deck? And they're like, the what? I'm like, the rear deck. What's the rear deck? You mean the rear, like package tray? They had it, I think it was a package tray or something. Either way, I was going round and round with this guy, and I'm like, we enjoy James' show. Good. Aloha. What's up, buddy? From Hawaii.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just going round and round because he was like, why are you calling it a rear deck? And it's like, it's a rear package tray. And I'm like,
oh.
What?
Rear package.
Who's putting packages on the rear deck? Oh, yeah. I was young. It was funny. We were having a good time. Yeah, James rocks. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
All right, so we pimped out James's show. Let's pick out Fro's show.
Yes.
Stereo Kings. So Fro's house is Stereo Kings.
Yeah.
Check them out. They do a lot of reviews. They're getting into more of from the install base stuff. He's built a couple boxes in there. It's fun to watch. Check him out.
Parcel training here. Okay.
Of course, he's not here, but we'll go ahead and pimp Derek. Big D Wiz,
yes,
old school car stereo.
Yeah,
not that he needs the help, because apparently his channel is blowing up right now. It's great.
It's cool. It's good.
Yeah, so check him out. I know he's got some giveaways going out soon. Ooh, which reminds me, we are going to have a giveaway for a Pioneer radio next month.
Awesome.
We have a radio that Pioneer had given us to do a review on.
Okay.
It is, since the review is done, they said don't worry about it, do whatever you want with it. So we're just going to give it away.
Next month?
It's a 390 AVH X 390.
Okay.
We're going to give it away next month. There will be a couple stipulations on it. It's going to have to be in the United States, only because, not because I don't mind shipping it overseas. That's not a big deal. It's the radio FM tuner in it will only work here in the U.S. And corresponding areas like Canada and stuff like that use the FM tuners that we use here. Pioneer does not build in a way to switch the tuners. They actually put totally different tuners in them, so it will have to be in the U.S. But we're going to try to come up with something else for that. I'm working on that also, because I think we have some. We'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and while we're talking about silly stuff, Black Friday deals. Are you going to be running Black Friday deals? Okay, good question. So here at 5-Star, this whole show actually started from last year at Christmas time. We did this thing called the 12 Days of Christmas. And the 12 Days of Christmas was me acting really silly, doing Facebook Live show, pimping out 12 deals that we had for Christmas. We deleted them all because once Christmas is over, the deals had to end, and plus I really didn't want all that stuff up there because it was bad. But it was intended to be bad. It was in your face, and it was silly, and I was doing strange voices, you know, hey, y'all, what's going on? And, oh, this is very special today. You're going to love the deal. Picking on Paul because he's Indian. So, hey, hello from Ottawa, Canada. Hey.
Ontario, Canada.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, eh? Tampa Bay Rays. What was I going to say? Tampa Bay Lightning. Jeez, I was watching the Lightning game last night.
Yeah.
Oh, we were watching Lightning. Okay, so this was okay. I'm going off on tangent after tangent. I am so sorry. We're watching the Tampa Bay Lightning last night play, and there was a big who scored, who didn't score. Audio props Logan in the house. Okay. Audio pros Logan in the house. Jay, what?
Say hi to Kim.
Kim? Hi, Kim.
Corey's daughter.
Hey, Kim, Corey's daughter. How are you doing? Is it her birthday?
No,
she just wants to say hi. Yeah. All right. Audio pros Logan in the house. Oh, cool. Nice. Thanks, Jeremy. All right. So, anyways, real quick.
Watch the Lightning.
So we're watching the Lightning play in the NHL headquarters in Canada.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, so there's only so many Canadian teams, and there's a lot more USA teams. And I'm like, it's just so cool that the NHL headquarters has been able to stay in Canada. But unlike NFL, they are watching the game actively, and if there's a problem, they are the final decision. Unlike the NHL, unlike the NFL, where it's like, you know, come Monday, everyone's like, oh, bro, we messed up, man. Sorry, y'all lost the game. No, they don't play like that. Hockey is way cooler.
Hockey is
way cooler.
Okay.
All right, so back to 12 Days of Christmas. That's going to be coming up. That's going to flood this channel 12 days before Christmas. I apologize. It's going to be silly. I just bought our new hats. We have new hats.
Nice.
We have hats this year. Target had some cool hats, so I bought us some hats. As far as Black Friday sales, yes, we're probably going to have some. I need to talk to Paul more about that. We still got like 2 weeks or a week and a half. We're going to have some. We also have a lot of older products. I'm going to try to get them to do throughout the month of the first part of December. Is like we have a lot of video products. We have some old school amplifiers. You just kind of blow that stuff up. What's up, Rick? There he is, Mr.
John
Focal himself. Rick Booth, that's Focal rep. And Gladen and Moscone and all that fun stuff. Right. So, what's up, fellas? Monday. Yes. So, anyways, yes, we will have some Black Friday deals. I don't know what they're going to be. I don't know how he's going to handle them. We'll know more next week. So,
Yeah,
I'll either let you guys know on the Saturday show on YouTube. If you guys didn't know that, we do a Saturday show live between 5:30 and 6:30. We don't have a time down yet. It's just somewhere between there where we go on live and we do this machine gun bullet style question answers where it's no social interacting like this. It is just question after question after question. How fast can we make Dean spin? Yay. Pioneer's question leg. Okay.
All right, so Ed, so I'm looking to replace my blown 6.5 coaxials in the rear of my Nissan Cube. I already upgraded the front stage with the Alpine Type E budget components.
Yes.
All right, all mids and highs are powered by the Crunch 1004.
Wow.
It's budget, right?
Yeah.
It's $50 for the pair of the coaxials. What do you think?
Okay. Regardless of what you bought for up front or what you're going to buy for the rear, anytime you're buying front speakers and rear speakers, if you're going to do a front and rear speaker combination, you want to try to match them up. Meaning, if you want to do a matching front component with a matching rear coaxial, or a matching front coaxial with a rear coaxial, you don't want to put like a set of E-types up front and then like a set of Rockford Punch in the back. There's this thing called timbre, and what that has to do with the sound of the speaker, the characteristics of the speaker, and how the speaker actually sounds. So if you don't do matching style speakers, then that is weird and it gets all wrong. So if you have a set of Type E's up front, logic would say get a set of Type E's in the back. Now, if you wanted to do a better speaker up front and then move those to the back, you could of course do that, go with an R up front and E in the back. Hopefully the speakers in the rear would be far enough away to where you wouldn't be like, oh, it totally sucks. But reality, like if we sell somebody a set of X-type components for up front, we're going to put an X-type coaxial in the rear. If we sell them a Focal K2 component set up front, we're going to put a Focal K2 coaxial in the rear, etc., etc., and that's usually how you want to do it.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Steve, do you guys have any experience with the Kicker Power Sport BXA series amplifiers?
That's those little guys.
I think so, yes. I don't. So I have someone interested in the BXA 500. It's the tiny...
Yeah, the little tiny guy, little 500.
2 ohms. Trying to see if you... Towards the Alpine PDR 65. What do you think? The Alpine or the Kicker?
Huh, that's a good question. Well, the PDR 65 is a little bit bigger, and it's not really waterproof. So, I mean, if you're trying to do something waterproof and small, if you're trying to do something waterproof and small, you definitely want to go Kicker.
Right.
You may also want to check if you want to look at Rockford. Rockford also makes the PBR class, as well as which is really, they make a 500. Old School Car Stereo just did a review on the 400 watt or. Yeah, little
the
Class
little
D, like that is the Kicker guy. You may want to go check that out. Those little. Don't I have?
No, we don't have it over here.
We did have one over there.
No.
I think we did. You know what? It's in the stockroom.
Yeah.
I mean, what they're made for, they're great. It's waterproof. It's small. It really just depends where you're trying to put it, I would say. But no, they do the job, just like the Alpine, just like the Rockford PBRs are small and silly, and you just kind of look at it and go, why are they so small, and do they actually work? I mean, I took the PBRs because those came out first. I did that M class,
the Mercedes
M class, where I took 6 of them. I took 6 of them. Put 4 of the 301s on a 10 apiece.
That's in the Melvin's car?
Yeah, and then I put 2 of the 302s, one on the front, one on the rear.
What's up, David?
And there was 6 of them buried in the car, and it took up like no room at all. Demo Dan, what's up? So no, don't be afraid of the small amplifiers. I'm sure if you're trying to do something where you can hide it, or you're trying to do something that's waterproof or water resistant, it'll do the job.
All right. Hello to Dina and Kevin. Let's see. Charles say, I need a system. Simple. AM, FM, CD. Any suggestions?
AM, FM, CD, simple.
Yeah.
Check out the Kenwood KDC X 302? 304. All
right. Joseph say, need something cheap but nice to push 2JL's W3S.
Check out the Pioneer GMD 8601 or the Kicker CXA 601.
There you go.
Or if you like Rockford, the R501.
Okay, so Jason say Pioneer in the wife's car.
Kenwood Bill in the house.
Kenwood in mine. Definitely a Kenwood guy.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
What did she have in hers?
Pioneer.
Pioneer. Oh, so now Pioneer's for women. There you go. Perfect.
Hello. Okay, how do you like the flax?
We'll find out. Ask me next week.
Yeah, from the K2 in terms of the sound. Okay.
All right, we'll know next week.
What do you think of the image dynamic stuff?
We were a huge image dynamic dealer. When image dynamic first came out, we were a
Uh-huh.
huge image dynamic dealer. I mean, we actually got an award for selling tons of image dynamic crap.
Yeah.
And then Image Dynamic decided that they wanted to try to get into the EQ business before the EQ business was what it is today,
Uh-huh.
and totally destroyed the line. Now it's the ID Max is really the only thing that's left that I'm aware of. I think other people might be making more, so that's Diamond. But it was a great product. I mean, I had the horns in my car. I had the big horns they used to make, and I had a 12, and I had two expert class Alpine 500 watt amps on them, the 501s or 500. I had a 501 or 502s. I think they were 502s, and so I mean, yeah, love the ID Max 12. There you go. And that uses the rolling surround. That was one of the first woofers where instead of the surrounds doing this, the surround actually rolls. The guy described it to me as picture a towel on a rod, and when the towel moves like this, it rolls up and down as opposed to like a conventional surround that does this. So that was the big thing on the ID Max that made it better.
All right, so John say, I have an Alpine deck powering the door speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the amp powering the sub. I want more bass from the door speakers, but if I change the bass on the deck from 0, it changed the sub output. Do I change the bass on the deck, then the radio, and the gains on the amp?
Wow, that sounds like a whole bunch of what do I do? First things first, you need to figure out where you have those speakers crossed over at. If you're trying to force bass out of them, like if you don't have them crossed over at all and they're just playing full range and you're trying to force more bass out of them, that's usually a disaster right there. Really what you want to do is get an amplifier for those. It doesn't matter what it is, but you're going to want to get more power going to them than the 18 watts by 4 built into it. Secondly, to get more bass out of them, the best thing to do is to add some like fast rings and some sound deadening.
There you go, Jeremy.
To the door, okay? These are the things you're going to want. Everyone laughs when you say it's just a silly piece of foam, it's just aluminum foil with goo on the back. But this stuff makes all the difference in the world. When we spend the time to put, and you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to baked potato the crap out of the door. Just go around the speaker, go behind the speaker, put these on. What these are designed to do is, when you have your speaker mounted in your door and you have your door panel here, that gap is, bass is just going all over the place. With these fast rings, it's forcing all that sound out through the car, into the car, I should say. And then with the Roadkill, or whatever other brand you decide to use, if your speaker's mounted to a substrate and it's moving and your speaker's moving, guess what happens? You get cancellation. So making that more rigid and also able to absorb any of the movement will give you better bass response. So things to try: 1, get some power; 2, sound deaden; 3, fast rings.
Definitely.
You could take a crap ass speaker and make it sound amazing. Not saying you have crap ass speakers. I'm just saying in general, by just doing this stuff to
you actually heard the difference. Yes. All right, Donald. I don't know if your Pioneer had this feature anymore, but on some older units they have something called Sound Retriever.
Yes.
I was wondering if you guys ever use it.
Sound Retriever actually is built into all the units. If you go into the sound settings and go all the way to the bottom, is Sound Retriever. Sound Retriever actually comes default on. It has 3 settings: off, on, off 1 and 2. It comes default 1 on. So Yeah, everyone that owns a Pioneer is having sound retriever whether they want it or not.
Yep. All right.
And for those of you that know what sound retriever is designed for compressed media to help expand and make compressed media not sound so crappy.
All right, here are those. I have 2016 F-150 X series in the front and back. What amp and sub and DSP is good to pair them?
So lately in the F-150s, the last two I think we've done, we have a couple different combinations. We'll go with the Focal Integration Series, 6x9 tweeters, components up front, matching coaxials in the back, or we'll do the Alpine X-type, components up front, 6x9s, coaxials in the back. We also recommend going with either the audio control if you want to go on the lesser expensive or more inexpensive side, the LCQ1, which will give you the EQ. It's all analog. It's affordable. It's a little bit harder to use because you need some form of an RTA to see what the heck is going on. But we either use that or what we also upgrade you to is a DM608. Now, as far as an amplifier goes, that's really up to you as far as what you're trying to do. We do a lot. We've done the Pioneer 9601. We've done the Kickers. We've done the Alpine, both of them, the PDX and the PDR. We've done the Phoenix Gold, older Phoenix Gold, not the newer Phoenix Gold. So, we've done both of the Kenwoods, the 9901, 901, and the 8501. So there's a lot to choose from depending on what you're trying to do, but that's typically what we do. We've also done multiple amplifiers where we've actually put, to a 4-channel and a monoblock. So, the F-150 is great. You can do a ton of stuff with it. Really like the F-150.
All right, Michael. This is good. Michael.
Oh, one more thing. If you have that stupid little 4.3-inch screen in the dash, buy a radio. If you got an 8-inch screen, sorry about your luck, but keep going.
Get an amp pro.
Well, no, you got to have a Sony system for that. If it has a Sony system, definitely get an Amp Pro. Don't try to do any integration or any summing or any of that silliness. I actually had a guy call me this week. He was working on his. He's like, I bought a JL whatever, and I'm trying to integrate the tweeter in the mid-range, and I'm worried about the fake engine noise, and I'm going, dude, slow down. Buy an Amp Pro, for God's sakes. Yeah. All you do is plug it in, and you get a true 6-channel, 5-volt output, with subwoofer volume control, full frequency, and it doesn't clip at all.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only like a couple $100.
Couple. That's it.
I don't even think it's a couple $100. I think it's under. I think it's like, Jeremy, how much is it? Okay, go on.
All right. Michael, go back to Michael.
Go back to Michael.
I'm the only one to watch this show anywhere.
Okay.
I'm right now in the shop in Walmart. And I'm watching your show.
You're in the one store I refuse to go into. I love you, man, for watching the show.
Thank you.
I will not set foot in a Walmart.
Hey, man. That's all right.
I didn't want to sit in the parking lot and wait.
All right, Danny. I asked because, let's see. I'm buying some corner door pots. I can get anyway with this coach.
What are we looking at?
This one.
I asked because instead of buying some corner door pods, I suppose I could get away with that skosh, blah, 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 them being kind of angled. Okay.
So
I don't know what that means,
like
but okay.
Tweeters? All right. I don't understand the question, Danny, so if you can ask again. Let's see. Hey, guys. Hank. Hey, guys. I installed the 4200 NEX with the JL C2 components. Up front and the C2 coaxials in the rear. Was looking to add the sub and amp.
Okay.
Will I want a dedicated sub amp?
Okay, so that's a great question. Is the 5-channel amp enough? Okay. A couple advantages of going with a 5-channel amp as opposed to going with a 4-channel and a 2-channel, and a couple disadvantages. For one, if you're trying to do like a 1,000-watt amp, a 5-channel isn't the way to go. If you're just trying to power like, let's say, 2 normal size 12s, 2 normal size 10s, 1 big size 12, a 5-channel is the way to go. You also have to consider installation charges, or even if you're going to do it yourself, the kits, the wire, and all that other fun stuff. So, like, the PDX V9 is one of the flagship 5-channel amplifiers that we sell a ton of. It is 100 by 4 of real power and 500 by 1 of real power, supposedly. Of course, the burn-in sheet, old school hasn't done it yet, so we don't know, but it's close enough. And we've had very good success with it. If 500 watts is enough to power the 2 subwoofers you're trying to do, then that is a great alternative. Like, we've put that on 2 Comp RT10s, 2 Comp RT12s, and it's banged the crap out of it. It sounds amazing. That's under the back seat of a truck. As far as 100 watts by 4 for your highs, that's more than enough power for a JL high. We've put as much as an X-type on there, which is a much bigger speaker than what you're trying to do. Now, if you're looking at something like an 8105 Kenwood Exelon, that's only like 300 watts for the sub. That's not going to be enough unless all you're going to do is power like 112 or possibly 210s. Like tomorrow's system in the F-150 is some integration, an 8105 and 2 Comp RT10s underneath the back seat off of the 8105. It's going to be enough power for what we're trying to do. We're also going to roadkill and sound deaden and do all that other fun stuff to it. Should be a great video at some point. So it really just depends. If you want that dedicated big sub amp, then you're going to have to go to and pay whatever it takes to do that. It's just a matter of you and what you're trying to do. More and more systems we build, we try to build around the 5-channel amp because we can sell you a really good 5-channel amp. Let's say PDX V9, I think is around $600. I don't know, but it's about $600. And we only have a 1 5-channel amp install. I only have to sell you 1 power wire. It's cheaper that way as opposed to if I go to sell you, let's say, a sub amp that's $400, a highs amp that's $300. We're at $700. Then I have to sell you a power kit for that, a power kit for that. So, okay.
All right, David. Will the Kenwood X800 801.5 have enough power to run 210 punch P2s?
Yes. Yeah, I think we just covered that with the truck we're doing tomorrow. Yeah, plenty of power. Yeah, it's a great amp.
All right, Carl, I have a 2007 Camry, the XLE in the front and coaxials in the back. I'm waiting to do the full cal plug and play. Will my stock JBL amplifier be okay, or should I get another amp?
I would get rid of that stock JBL altogether. I mean, the JBL systems are terrible in Toyotas. Anything factory in Toyota is never going to be good. The Amp Pro for the Toyotas will hopefully be out first part of next year. So you'll be able to retain that factory radio and get a decent signal out of it. But right now, as it stands today, anything factory Toyota is just bad. The other thing too, I mean, probably what I would do in your situation is just put the focals in, keep the JBL amplifier for now, wait till after the first of the year when the Amp Pro for Toyota comes out and you can bypass maybe the JBL amp in there. That would be great. Or just put a new radio amp, get the whole JBL system out of there would be the best.
All right, Nicholas. I have 2 Alpine Type R10 subs on the Alpine MDX 110. Sorry if that's the wrong model number. They say it's stable at 2 ohms, which I have wired. But when I play in the volume, kind of blows the fuse on the amp by itself. What do you think it caused that?
Improper ohm load. Probably check the ohm load that put a meter on there and see what the ohm load is for the subwoofers at the amplifier.
Yeah.
Because blowing a fuse is usually the amplifier trying to consume too much power, and the only thing that would cause an amplifier to try to consume too much power is if you have an ohm load that's lower than what the amplifier is capable of handling, in which case it's trying to produce more power, which means it's drawing more power, which means it blows the fuse. That's where I would start.
Okay, Dina.
Sorry, too quick.
Okay. Anyway,
Sometimes they're easy.
Okay, Dina Bellis say double DIN in a 2000 S10. That it's a DIN and a half.
Yeah.
It's hard to. What will you need?
I don't remember what that dash looks like, but I think what you may want to do is go.
Mitra don't make one?
No, because it's the whole dash panel. But I think you might be able to find the 2004 dash panel for it, because I know that's what a lot of people did, is they buy the 2004 dash panels, either 2004 or 2005 dash panel. It was the same dash panel, it's just that was the year they converted it over to a double din. So you might be able to find one of those on, Junkyard, eBay, something like that. Otherwise, it's just going to involve a lot of sanding. A lot of sanding. If you want to, you can cut the hole bigger and sand the crap out of it. We've done that before. It's a lot of no fun. And then, make a trim bezel to go over the front end or body fill and repaint the whole thing.
All right, Matthew, have you installed any sand closure sub boxes?
Any what?
Sand closure.
Sand closure?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Zen.
Zen.
Yeah,
Zen closure.
I thought we did.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. I don't know. I honestly don't know. What's up from Texas?
All right. Let's see.
1.8 and 2.2.
Jeremy say I think it's $299.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds about right. $300. Yep. Thank you, Jeremy.
Okay, Dean. Rob say, Dean, will the 9605 have enough power
Yes.
for the TSD65C TS, the D65F, and the TSD12D4?
Yeah, I read that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll 9605 is a really nice, powerful amplifier. It shouldn't have any problem doing that.
100NEX will make any difference. Okay, so Victor say I have the 8200 NEX. Yeah, we'll make the difference swapping it for 4100.
I would not go down. He has an 8200 and he wants to go to a 4100?
Yes.
Oh, God, no. You'd never do that. I hope that was a silly question. No, the 8200 is way better than a 4100.
The 40, yes, definitely.
No, you definitely want to do that. Ooh, no.
Okay, Hank says looking to really just push 112 and my speaker in the car. So he got the gel, I think.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Speaker. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. What amp were we talking about? We're just trying to find a 5-channel? So if you're just trying to push 112, then the 8105 would do the job fine. Yeah, because that's 300 watts. 300 watts is plenty for most 112 applications. Yeah.
Okay, James say my Rock 4 5-channel has 642 watts of true power.
Yeah, that's probably the Punch 1005. I'm guessing it's got, because that's either that or the Power series. But yeah, no, the Punch has tons of power.
All right, Kerry, in your opinion, what is the best 3.5 inch for the front soundstage?
Okay, so that was an interesting question. I was watching that one pop up. When you say the best 3.5 for front soundstage, do you mean actual 3.5, like a 3.5 coaxial? Because if so, they're all kind of shitty. Or do you mean the actual 2.5 inch mid range that all these 3-way component sets come with? If that's the case, you're going to want to get the one that matches your component. So, for example, Focal has the Access, they have the Flax, and they have the K2, all have 3-way sets. It's the 80 millimeter speaker that they're talking about. The problem, hey, look at that. What a guess!
Yeah.
I saw the show, that's why I knew. And the Rockfords come with burn-in sheets. Awesome. Now, the 80 millimeter speakers are all, I don't think I've heard a bad one yet, but when you're just talking about a generic 3.5, no. The other thing, too, is there's a huge price deviation between the 80 millimeter mid-range and a 3.5. The 80 millimeter range ranging between $150 to $400, and a 3.5 you can get a nice set of Pioneers for $79. So they have totally different sounds.
Okay.
It's the weirdest thing ever, but get one that matches your component set. Is the easiest way to say that. And do they work? Do they sound good? Would you use it as a center channel? I've been debating that same question because my car currently has a center channel, and after long hours of toiling with it, no, I'm not going to do it. I feel that a really nice set of high-end components left and right ought to do the trick for me with time correction, and that should work great.
All right. Wayne, say, hey, do you guys sold any of the new speakers yet?
Yes, we actually just put a set of the TSDs, 6x9s. Where did we put those in? Was that an F-150?
I think so, yes.
Shocking. I think we just did a set in an F-150 the other day. They sounded really good.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like a $150 set of speakers. So when you're comparing it to a $350 set of X-Type 6x9s, there is a slight difference there.
Yeah.
But for the price point and
It's
the performance,
good. Yeah.
I was very impressed. It was a very nice sounding set of speakers. So yes, I think they're going to do really well this year going forward. And I like it too because all these cars are starting to come with 6x9s up front, and the more the manufacturers get on board, I really think Pioneer screwed up by not making the Z a 6x9. They had two sets of 6.5 components. Dumb. They should have made one of them a 6x9 component. It would have been way better. I'm really hoping that more manufacturers start to offer the 6x9 components. But right now, it's like Focal's killing it. Alpine's definitely going to be killing it with that X-Type because those things sound great. So, Kicker has a set, and they've had a set, but they're the C series, and they don't handle any power at all. They're like 25 watts, and then the little light in the crossover comes on, and they just die right out. So we haven't been able to have that $150, and the Pioneer is definitely going to take that over for sure.
All right.
Sorry.
No, it's cool.
Okay.
Craig. Hey guys, I talked to you before about my popping noise coming from my sub.
Yeah.
But now I don't actually think it's the sub.
Okay.
I think it could be the amp possibly is going off of me. I did tests by tuning the sub off on my head unit, and it's still doing the popping noise.
Oh.
It's been done a couple of times when I shut off my car. Please help me out.
Woo! Wow. Okay, so it could be the amp. It could also be the head unit. I think that like we said, you may want to just leave everything on and just disconnect and reconnect. That was a bad movement. Just deconnect and reconnect the remote turn on so the amplifier is turning on and off while everything else is on, and see what's going on. At worst, I mean, what you may need to do is add like the Pack Audio TR7, I think it's still called that, which will allow you to add like a delay turn off so that when you turn off the car, the amp stays on a little bit longer than, and hopefully the pop happens after you get out of the car. It's not really a fix, it's more of a Band-Aid, but I don't think you're going to want to buy all new equipment to fix the issue.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Victor, he actually say I have a 4100 and I'm going to swap it to the 8200.
Oh, then get the 8200. Hell yes. Get the 8200. Always go, yeah. 8200, way better than 4100. And for all of you people that have the NEX radios, be it a 4000 all the way up to a brand new 8201 and every radio in between, there was an update pushed on 8/5 of 2017. So if you have not done your updates, please update your NEX radios to the 8/05 of 2017 update for increased performance. Yes.
All right.
Also, if you have the new NEX, the current firmware was like 805. They just came out with one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That brings it up to 8.26. No, there are new features added. All it's doing is fixing any bugs and stuff like that. So definitely do that.
All right. Love the channel, you guys. James, love the channel. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Very entertainment. Okay, I have Triva Shipman. Okay, I have a grounding issue. I still have a whining in my speakers. Have redone all my ground wires. Even got those sounding blocks. Yes. Things that's supposed to block the noise. It didn't work. What ground radio?
All right, so I got two stories for this, and they're going to be stories only because trying to find whiny, groundy noises in a system can be the most frustrating thing ever. Many years ago, I was working on a Mustang, okay, and we had engine whine. And we tried everything. We regrounded everything. We tried new amplifiers, replaced the head unit. I literally ran grounds from radio to EQ to trunk. We were trying all kinds of things, and nothing could fix this. We had 10 different grounds. We were grounding to the battery. Finally, we literally took all the grounds, went directly to the battery, and the noise was still there. It actually turned out to be a bad spark plug wire. Okay? The factory spark plug wires were crap. Took it back to the car, and they were like, hey, we had a recall on spark plug wires. Replaced all the spark plug wires, the noise stopped. That was case number one of just, I've tried everything. Number two, this morning, 8 o'clock, I get a phone call. Hey, Dean, I just thought you'd want to know this. Oh, please, tell me. I'm not sleeping. I have a Ford F-150, and this is a friend of mine. It wasn't just like some random dude. My Ford F-150, you remember how I thought I had a turbo in my car because all I was hearing was this out of one speaker. He has an R-type component. The tweeter's up in the dash. The R-type component, the crossover is separate. It's just a little pigtail that hangs off of it.
Yeah.
Well, where he happened to have that crossover mounted in the corner of his dash, and only the corner of his dash, he got noise. He literally take this thing out and hold it in his hand, and he was getting noise. Okay? He said, I'm holding the whole pillar in my hand, and it's making noise still. It's the only speaker making noise. So he ended up taking the crossover, moving it up above the tweeter, putting the car back together, and the noise stopped. Sometimes these things just don't make sense, is the moral to the story. There's a lot of things it can be. And you can pull your hair out.
Yep.
So I don't have an answer for you other than to just say, yeah, it could be anything and it's going to suck. Okay.
All right. So Brian Hopkins said, do you have any reservation about using an open factory fuse location for a fuse to a small amp?
No. Oh,
Let's
for a small
see.
amp, yes.
Like the MRV M250. My car doesn't have AC, and I want to use the spot, and it looks like a factory.
All right, so the MRV 250 has a what? We actually have one on the wall right here.
15?
It is a 15 amp fuse.
Yeah.
So, okay, do I have any reservations about doing it? Yes. I really don't like doing that. It is only a 15 amp draw, so technically you could probably get away with it.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it. I would just go out to the battery.
Yep.
I get it. Realistically, that amp is going to need a 10 gauge. The difference between like an amplifier and let's say like an air conditioner or something like that, or a light circuit, is it all just depends on like how the load the amplifier's, you know, if you're a balls to the wall all day long kind of guy, you're going to be pushing that amplifier. That little 10 gauge that's coming in to that power distribution fuse holder blocks might not be enough to sustain that. The other thing to keep in mind too is the more resistance the amplifier has, the less power it's going to make. So you could take that little 15 amp circuit that amplifier draws, run a nice 8 gauge to it, and the amplifier will actually perform better and give you more power.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
I would still go to the battery. I mean, you could do it, but I wouldn't.
All right. Hello to Dwayne, Luis, and Christian.
PA's in the house. What's up?
Yeah. Let's see. Dean.
Yes.
Do you have any video on a 2012 to 17 GMC Terrain Chevy Equinox install video? Just by chance.
And there's the bass. I honestly don't think so. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I know we've done a couple videos where we've done the newer Chevy parts in not that specific one, but like an RP5 and stuff like that, and some of the newer cars. But I honestly don't know if we have one just on that car.
All right. Let's see. Edgar say, what amp do you suggest for a TW5? TW5 is a JL, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it depends on how much power you want to give it. What kind of sub is it? Is it 10? Is it 12? I mean, what is your budget? There's a lot of things that go into designing or buying or matching woofers up. If you're looking for something that's affordable, check out the Pioneer, GMD class amplifiers. If you want something that's a lot more not as affordable, check out your Punchline of amplifiers. You also have Scar. Scar makes, their... What are those? That RP line that's like super affordable.
Yeah.
Our distribution block's still the thing. We have passed those. I have not used the distribution block in years. Typically, what I do, I like to have a power wire for each amplifier. So when we do a system, we're running 2/4 gauge. It's just the way I like to do things. That way, I have a fuse for each amplifier. If I need to service them, I can disconnect one or the other. It just makes more sense for me. So that's what I like to do. That's that.
Yep.
Active Austin Bit 10. They decided to finally go with aftermarket radio and went to the 4201 and removed the bit. Still full active. Oh, okay. What does the rest of that one say?
Okay, so Jeremy said, "Hey guys, I'm running the K2s of the Power T404 active with the Addison Bit 10. Decided to finally go with the aftermarket radio and when
4201.
Yes, removing." And still active, just front stage and a single RAM. So after running the system, mostly very loud, LOL, realized the tweeters were only crossover from the amp cutting off at 500 Hertz. Now I have a pack inline caps. What are your thoughts on any damage of them?
Well, you'd hear the damage. I mean, okay. So the idea is I didn't run a capacitor on my tweeters. Did I damage them? There was a possibility, but more than likely you didn't. If you have a really high-end set of tweeters, you'd be amazed at how much abuse they can actually take. It wouldn't be the first time that has happened on accident. I know when it does, a lot of the times the tweeters blow. If you manage to your tweeters live through them and didn't, I think you're fine. I mean, that particular tweeter is a really,
thank God
really nice tweeter. I mean, so I mean, 500 hertz is really kind of low, but it's still something. So you're probably okay. I wouldn't stress over that. Plus, you'd know immediately if they were screwed, because there'd be no volume coming out of them at all. Typically, when a tweeter does that to where it kind of burns part of the voice coil, the volume of them goes down substantially. I know we've accidentally, sometimes when you're hooking up one of those crossovers, you accidentally switch the mid-range in the tweeter, and then like the tweeter is like, wait a minute, how come that one over there doesn't sound all that loud? Well, because you thought it was a mid-range, and you just blew the shit out of it. If your tweeters are still as loud as they were previous to that, you're good. Okay.
That's the last one. Okay, the last one, Richard.
Yeah, I'm planning to drop in and see you guys Friday. I'm looking for a new 1-inch door tweeter and a 2004 325. I have a Harman Kardon system. Okay, we have those.
Yep.
You're going to come by Friday? So we'll talk to you then. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into the show. This has been the Monday Facebook Live show. Remember, if you missed anything or you want to see your name scroll up on the screen, make sure you check it out tomorrow. The rebroadcast is on YouTube. And if you'd like to ask us more questions and you can't wait till next Monday, go ahead and check us out on YouTube. Also, T-shirts. Teespring.com/5 the number star the letters winter. Pick yourself up a hoodie, $24.50. They're awesome. Thank you, Rick. Yes, Susan, pizza. We also have new T-shirts. We have a mug, so you can pick up a mug.
If you have a kid,
if you have a kid and you want them to have a cool little onesie, check that out. See you later, James.
See you later, man.
All right, so Teespring /5 the number star winter.
Yep.
I should have brought the cool little sign. And of course, it'll be scrolled across the bottom, but D and F tooldrawer.com for all your cool install needs. And also Patreon. At the end of this video, coming up, you're going to see all the cool people that have been Patreon. That means they say, hey, thanks guys for doing this. We're going to give you money.
Yep.
Works
Thank
for
you
me.
so much.
All right, guys. You have a wonderful night, and we will see you later next time.
Bye.
Thank you.